And what I want you to think about with the side bending approach is I'm kind of mobilizing through the head over my thumb. So I'm just keeping the thumb in place. I'm not doing anything with my thumb other than getting in the right spot. It's our dummy thumb, right? Our dummy blocking thumb. So where's that thumb going to be? Well, it's going to be on the side that I'm bending to. So if I'm going into right side bending, I'm going to be on the right side. And I'm going to be just off of the spinous process. Okay? So I feel the spinous process with my thumb, and I'm going to be just slightly to the right of it in this case. Okay? And I'm going to try to get as deep as I can, because if I'm on the tip of that spinous process, it's going to be uncomfortable for the patient. So I try to get as deep as I can and really kind of get in there pretty well through those muscles if I can. And basically, once I have that position with that blocking thumb, I just hold it. I'm not doing anything else with that thumb. The mobilization then comes in with, and I think about folding the neck over the thumb. So I'm just going to fold the neck and head over the thumb. Is what I'm going to do. And that thumb just stays put. So all the oscillations, the grades, how far I'm going is all determined by this hand, by the other hand that's moving. The blocking thumb just hangs out. Okay? So I kind of identify where I am in the neck and kind of pick a spot. So I'm going to go ahead and pick C6 right here. Okay? So I'm going to kind of be in here like this, and I'm going to take this thumb and go just to the right. So there's her spinous process. I'm going off to the right of her spinous process. And I'm going to try to, if I can, get as deep in there as possible. Right? So I'm not like on the tip here hanging out, but I'm like as deep as I possibly can. And I'm just to the side of that spinous process. And the rest of my hand just kind of rests on her shoulder. Right? So I hold that spot, hold that position, and then this hand is just going to fold her head over that head and neck over that thumb. Now, if I just do this, I don't feel motion recruiting at my thumb yet. I haven't gotten down to the point where I've recruited motion all the way down to my thumb. So I've got to make sure that I keep going until I feel motion arrive at my thumb, which for Holly is right about there. Okay, so once it's there, my thumb, again, doesn't do anything. Oscillations are here. My left hand is just side bending her over it. Okay? So if I'm blocking at C6, what segment am I mobilizing? Segments always have to be two parts, right? Is it 5-6 or 6-7? 5-6. You guys got that? I'm moving 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on 6. So it's a 5-6 segment. So I may want to do that in cases where 7, T1 are hypermobile. Not normally the case. But if C7, T1 is hypermobile, I don't want to go in there and start moving the whole neck. I want to block out before I get to that segment. So I can protect that segment a little bit. Does that make sense? So pretty straightforward. Now the other way we can do it is instead of using the thumb to block, I can use the thumb to provide a translatory glide. So I'm in the same location of my thumb. My left hand is doing the same thing with the head and neck. But when I get to that end range position, now here instead of my thumb just hanging out and being a dummy thumb, now my thumb's going to do this. And it's translation. I'm pushing to the left in this case. Pushing to the left. What do I hope to accomplish by pushing on a spinous process on the left, on that side? I'm going to create rotation. Right? I'll create a rotational kind of motion. If that's the case, and I'm on C6, what segment am I mobilizing then? Moving C6 on C7, right? I'm actually moving C6 relative to C7. If I'm blocking, it's C5, 6. So, same exact position, same spot. I'm in here like this. Get deep in there. And they'll feel pressure, but it shouldn't be like uncomfortable. So I'm there like that, I'm blocking. And now I kind of bring her all the way down until I feel motion recruit at my thumb. Once motion recruits at my thumb, now this hand just keeps the head there. Notice the forearm direction where I'm horizontal like this. So now I'm in here like this, and all I'm doing is this. Can you see that? So I'm here like this, and my forearm direction always dictates. So I'm not back here trying to do this, right? I'm over here, and I'm taking that spinous process, and I'm trying to take up the slack and then provide some mobilization. Okay, not the most comfortable thing in the world because I'm pushing on the spinous process. People don't like that all that much. Right? So it's a technique I might use maybe not as commonly as I would use the next one that I'll show you. But we can do a blocking, and we can also translate this in. I haven't written that in, but you can translate that into creating a mobilization with that thumb as well. Do either one of those. It's a way to be a little more specific.